Hey everybody, this is John from /Bash, and today I am bringing you another proRevenge Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe, and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, a competing IT company steals our articles. Let's jump right in. I owned an IT company, we'll call it UberTech, that strictly manages business networks, no website development, graphics, etc. One of my employees was tackling an interesting support request with instructions for making changes to a company's website. This happens from time to time where a customer gets confused with their various tech vendors or assumes that we provide all tech-related services. Being in earshot, I can tell that my employee's call was quickly escalating with a frustrated person on the other end, and he has already offered to pass the call off to his manager, me. UberTech, how can I help you? I want to know what is going on here. I don't know who you are, I don't know why you're calling me, and I don't know why you have my support information. Sir, to be honest, I don't know who you are, why we are calling you, and why we have your support information either, but together I think we can figure this out. I understand that you have a website and made a request for some changes. Who hosts your website? Derp Company. On their support website, there are instructions to send support requests. I followed them, and now I have you calling me with my support information. Sir, I definitely want to get down to the bottom of this. We do not even offer website services. If you would please work with me, I am sure we can get an answer. What I want to do is have you share your screen with me and then show me what you did to request support. I had him run our remote control software. He then proceeded to navigate to DerpCo's support website, support.derpco.com, navigated through the customer self-service pages to a knowledge base article on how to submit a support. He pulled up this specific knowledge base article, and I was staring at a verbatim copy of an article that I had written on our own support site. There were no changes to the article, including the step to email your support requests to, and it was my company's email address right there. Thank you for taking the time to show me this. I think I found the problem. Notice this email address in the instructions. It is telling you to email ubertech.com. That is us. Now, please allow me to show you something. I then scrolled down to the bottom of DerpCo's plagiarized support article and noted the creation date 2007. Then I navigated to our company support website, support.ubertech.com, and navigated to our own matching article. We both confirmed that it was the same article, and I showed him the creation date of our article, 2005. Oh, look at that. I think it is safe to say that DerpCo has stolen our content, did not even update the instructions, misleading you to send a support request to us. I am sure you have a few things to take care of with DerpCo. I would appreciate it if you do not mention us when you call them. Of course, sir. Thank you for your time with this. I immediately searched DerpCo's support website looking for more of our stolen content, found a total of 5 articles, and promptly printed them out and saved copies as PDF. So, what to do in this situation? Do I call the owner of DerpCo? This is a small town, so I needed to be clever and not taint my own image. How do I get revenge? Hire a lawyer? Leave the articles as is and hope more support requests come to us that can bring us business? Revenge unleashed. No, I wrote a press release. News release for immediate release. Title: UberTech endorsed by local competitor. I got some great kudos from local businesses. One client in particular was rolling. 2 days later, I got an email from the owner of DerpCo. I would appreciate it if you were to remove the press release from your website. This is a small town and it is just not good business. I went to their support site and still found 3 articles from our company. I wrote back and told him that I would be happy to do so, but there are at least still 3 articles on their support site that need to be removed. 2 days later, I got another email confirming that the articles were removed. Epilogue. In the end, I took down our press release, but I still have a copy kept in our office. This is a story that I love to tell to our new employees. In story 2, they don't want to hire me full-time, then they don't get to use my special system. So my backstory. When I was about 20-ish, I worked for a company named for a fruit that didn't sell fruit. Actually, I worked for a primary supplier for them who was doing the repair division in a new location. The cast is me, supervisor, and a lead. So I started in a smaller position and quickly moved up to repair evaluations. Basically, if the thing worked when we got it but not after the repair, I need to find out why and correct it. Management had to manually search every device in an Excel sheet every day to find the devices I worked on. I took it on myself to design and implement an automatic system. Given I was a temp at the time, they extended my employment with the promise of direct hire due to this design. It worked flawlessly for close to 2 years, right around the time I was due to figure out if I was being brought up or not. The lead starts playing around and avoiding the situation. I contacted my lead multiple times a week for the next month with little to no reply. I spoke with the supervisor after my lead started ignoring me and not replying. I was getting desperate at this time to know whether I needed to look for new work soon or if I would have a great job for the years to come. Finally, I had enough. I rebuilt the system I designed with a kill switch, so to speak, and hid it in the system. Here's an explanation of this kill switch. It's an Excel sheet that linked to another daily generated file from the repair division. I created the link. I am Microsoft certified in Office. Don't know if it's still a thing. It was back then. Haven't needed to be certified in forever now. So I knew fun workarounds and tricks. My email is tied into the system so it would automatically scrape the required info into another sheet, which was then parsed even more into other sheets. It's long and complex, but did exactly what was needed for the people who needed different sets of data. My email was tied into the design very specifically in certain places. The data emailed out, if you're familiar with Excel, doesn't usually include the formulas to reach what's shown in the boxes. I ensured it wasn't, as the higher-ups like to copy and paste to their emails onwards. Easy for them, easy for me. I emailed this new system to be approved by the managers, including the lead and the supervisor. They all liked the new update and praised my ingenuity. I let them know that I was the only one who knew how to design and operate this, but would love to be brought up to permanent so I could train someone else if I were to take vacations or something of the like. This was ignored. Finally, my last week was here, and I reminded the lead and my supervisor I haven't been moved to permanent status. I don't have a replacement for this position, to which I received the usual, "It's not that hard, we know the system and anyone can do it." Finally, it is my last day. They had me start bundling out my last report and to close out my email and file system. The kill switch was the part that was wiped in the device reset before I was allowed to collect my last check. This wipe is to ensure I haven't linked my provided computer to an outside source, I guess. Never quite knew exactly why. They wiped my computer, took my badge, and ensured I wasn't sneaking any devices out, and wished me well. Fast forward a few days when supervisor calls me asking why the file system isn't working after I left. I reminded him that it was built on my company-provided device and I hadn't been allowed to teach anyone else the system before I left. The silence as the wheels clicked in place was like hearing heaven itself. He immediately hung up and called back asking me to come back full-time with benefits immediately. The thing is, I had already taken a new job, interviewed the day before and accepted the position on the spot. The money was way better, and I was to start the next week. I told the supervisor his offer had to beat my new hourly rate and start effective the next day or no dice. He never called back. From my friends who still work there, that system has never been fixed. Nobody can figure it out well enough to reverse engineer it. That was close to 12 years ago now. I'm pretty proud of myself. In story number 3, be sure to pay your IT help. I had been working at a computer repair shop on a commission-based system. We would get PCs in and the techs would not get paid until the repair work was paid for, and if the client did not pay for the work performed, the shop would take possession after a time and resell the equipment. It was not uncommon for the techs to be screwed out of the work they had done. To make this job sound even more appealing, the shop owner would throw PCs from his friends and family to fix, which was not paid work. I was looking forward to a pretty big check due to just cranking out the repairs, but I found out that these were all friends of the owners, so I worked for free those 2 weeks. One of the things that we do is pull the hard drives and create a complete image of the whole drive for archival protection to be wiped after the job is done. Turns out that the owner of the computer shop and his wife were part of the swingers community and were hosting a small but local swinger site that they ran off of the notebook they brought in for repairs. I grabbed the hard drive and told the owner that he needed to pay me for the work I had done. The owner fired me on the spot. I had grabbed my tools and I walked out the door without realizing I had the hard drive in my hand. The owner had built a reputation in the small town it was located in for being a good Christian business, and the owner portrayed himself as a pillar of the community. I happened to get the information off the drive and I was able to get access to his passwords, plus close to 4 terabytes of pics and videos of their swingers website. Waiting on my 3 weeks for the last check, I decided that I would go scorched earth instead of looking for a payout. Step 1, his business. I had some time to look over the labor laws and found out he violated quite a few of them with me. We were treated as contractors, but he took out taxes and SSI, which he never paid into the system. The other thing was that we were required to clock in like hourly employees, but were paid on commission, so due to the pay structure, many employees were getting well under minimum wage for some weeks. Step 2, his reputation. Having the sign-on information, I decided to do a few interesting things with the company website and their swingers website. I put a link at the bottom of the company webpage where I directed people to the swingers site they ran, and I changed the password authentication to allow everyone into the paid areas of the site. I also took down some of the pixelated pictures of him and his current wife and posted the original pics. It took them about a week to find out about all of this. I also sent out a mass email to everyone on the employer's email list to check out the swingers site. I also gave his ex-wife the drive to help her in her court battle. The fallout. Long-standing contracts had terminated by his clients in droves. The labor board did an investigation and fined him for his rule breaking, and the IRS did an audit where they found further evidence of his crimes. In the end, he lost his business, his kids, his reputation, and his current wife because he thought he was too much of a big shot and would not pay his IT help. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.